Welcome to Danger Goggles. I'm Jacob, and this is our new project. It's a Fiat 600d. We found it about a week ago online. My wife and I went back and forth on whether or not we were going to get it, and we both came to the decision independently that we were just going to, just go for it, pick it up. So we contacted the guy, real nice guy named John. He allowed us to come out and look at it. He found it in a barn with about 10 other cars, and he was just looking to get rid of a few of them because you can't drive 10 cars at once. So we went out to look at it, and my wife had already called a tow truck to get there before we even saw it. Good decision, because it's a good car. It's in pretty good condition. It's got a little bit of rust, but nothing you wouldn't expect from a 50-plus-year-old car. It sat in a barn for about 30 years. Looks like it was last registered in 1987, and it's 2019 now, so gives you a pretty good idea of how long it just sat. We'll see if we can include a few pictures of it when it was in the barn. So, went over the whole thing over at John's place, and everything is there. A little bit of rust, wheels are locked up, but that's all stuff we'll just work through. Engine turns over by hand, so we'll spend a little bit of time on that, just making sure it's okay to go ahead and run, and then we'll try to get it started for a little test run. The next step on this is going to be to redo the brakes, get everything rolling, put some wheels and tires on it, and then we'll attack the engine. Let's take you on a quick tour of the vehicle and show you what we got. Up here in the trunk, we've got the fuel cell. We'll probably replace that because it is pretty rusty inside and it's dented up. This is also where the spare tire was. We'll look at replacing that at some point down the road. And the battery goes up here too. One thing I found pretty interesting was this old, I believe it was the washer fluid bottle. And it's just a little plastic or vinyl pouch. Not sure if that is gonna stay in good shape. It is pretty old and may be a little too far gone to keep, but we'll leave it in there because it looks really cool. We might relocate a newer style washer bottle later down the road just so we have a functioning washer bottle, but we'll leave that in because that is all in Italian. It's pretty cool looking. We'll move into the cabin of the vehicle and show you around in there. Take a look at the inside of the vehicle. We'll start with the door. Really cool, because it's a suicide door. One of the coolest options on these vehicles. Everything inside is pretty solid. These seats, I don't know if you can see them from there. These seats, the foam is just nasty and hard and it just crumbles. We'll get these recovered at some point just so we're not sitting on smelly, nasty old foam and seat covers. It's a very simple interior, not much to it. There's a steering wheel, a speedo, a couple of switches, rear view mirror, and a shifter. Very simple. It originally came with rubber mats on the floor. We'll get those replaced at some point. The original ones were just crumbling. Everything that was made of rubber or foam in this thing is just so brittle and just crumbles in your hands. Floorboards of the vehicle, they're mostly solid. We've got a few small rust holes. There's one right here. Pretty good size, but we could probably fix that with just a small patch. It's only rusted in about a 4-inch section. The rest of this is just surface rust. Back to the interior of the vehicle. It's got this very simple painted dash. It's got switches, and I don't know if these are idiot lights or if they're buttons or dials. I'm not sure. It's got no instructions in here. I don't have an owner's manual, so we'll just have to figure it out as we go along. Still has the original ashtray. Neat little speedometer, and it looks like it has a tachometer in it or something, or maybe right here there's 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if that's to tell you to shift into different gears, or first shift or second shift. Something else we'll have to figure out. I don't often buy Italian vehicles, so we'll see. We'll just have to go through the whole thing and figure it out. Here's the part of the vehicle everybody wants to see, the heart of the Fiat. It is our 797cc inline 4 engine. It's a water-cooled design, rear engine. I don't know anything about it other than the size and just basic mechanical components. We'll go through the whole thing. We'll rebuild the carburetor down here, check out the radiator, and just do a tune-up on it, check the oil, change all the fluids, and see if we can get it started up. That'll come in a later episode. Just want to give you an update on the curbside. That hasn't gone anywhere. We just ran into a few issues, so that's on hold for now. We'll be working on this, trying to get the brakes done, and working on the engine, getting it ready to go back on the road while we're waiting on some parts for the curbside. We'll get an update video out soon on what's going on with that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a nice day. That's how it goes, right?
Yep.
I don't really know. I've never heard this thing run.